Less than 10 miles from Harrisburg, Pennsylvania lies the town of Mechanicsburg. Along Trindle Road, you'll find an old brick structure that was once an electrical substation for a long-defunct electric interurban railroad. This former substation is now home to the Keystone Model Railroad Historical Society and their HO-scale layout, the Keystone Midland Railroad. Founded in 1987, the Keystone Model Railroad Historical Society has many facets, the most visible of which is their operations-focused model railroad. At its most basic level, the layout's track plan is a large dog bone, that is to say, a double-track main line with loops at either end. However, the layout's main line winds up, over, around, and under itself as it proceeds around the room, so it does not seem much like a loop. If you were to look at a track plan, you might think the layout is a bit of a spaghetti bowl, but it doesn't look like one in person. That is a sign of a layout taking full advantage of the space it is in, at least in my opinion. The first thing you encounter as you enter the building is White City, the largest city on the line. Not only does White City feature an impressive passenger station, but trolleys and a subway line can be found here as well. I visited during an open house in early December of 2025, and it was here at White City that many of the trains running for the open house would hold for the next available opening on the main line.
Excuse me, I need to get my signal board. You may go there, may not. See, this is the rail coming through KM for reasons that make no sense.
Oops, sorry.
With logo on it. Hey, watch those things. Are you ready? The bottom still turned around. Sometimes that proves it. Which one? I think it's one of these, but number 1 to the eastbound hole. There's one coming in. There it is. Yeah. Good to see you. You too. How are you?
Good. People lawnmowering.
That's a station, buddy. That's not a hotel. That's a station. You're not going to get a lot of speed out of that.
The Keystone Midland Railroad's train movements are governed by this replica of a CTC signal machine and dispatcher's board. The signals on the layout are fully functional and are controlled by the dispatcher. When there are many trains on the layout, as there were on this day, the dispatcher can really have his work cut out for him.
So this is a 1960s dispatch board. So we track the trains, we control the turnouts and the signals from this board. If you're how familiar you are with this, but kind of giving them authority to giving signals all the way up to now the whole signal layout is signaled, automated, and we can track the trains, and as soon as they take the signals, it drops the signal. That level of automation.
Just outside White City, one finds a roundhouse and engine facility which serves both the passenger station and nearby Lee Yard, one of two major yards on the Keystone Midland. Many of the locations on the layout are named after members, past and present, who made notable contributions to the club.
You don't know what's coming by.
Yesterday she said she was good because she was there on the countdown. You'll involve the foundation. You'll recognize the foundation for the
number 8 out of the tunnel clear.
From White City, the main line passes by the center aisle of the layout. The main line winds its way around the room and passes the center and outer aisles several times. In the center aisle, one finds a steel mill, coal mine, and a couple of towns. One also finds a church, which seems to have had a minor scheduling mishap.
Push the buttons and hear the
That's a rookie mistake. Yeah.
The main line comes alongside the outer aisle in several places as well, passing through rock cuts, small towns, and alongside some of the industrial customers of the railroad.
We have lots of that. So he just checked
Probably, but he's having a good time. His aunts and uncles were in here.
Hey Nick, is that Agnew?
Yeah.
Ignore him. Give him a signal when you
Yeah.
One of the most visually spectacular sights on the railroad is the Coulter's Dam hydroelectric project. Here, 2 tracks of the main line cross the dam itself as other bridges span high above it.
The motto is be nice. Where am I at here? I don't know. Are you coming through? Yeah. I have a vague idea on that. What do you want coming right here in front of you in just a minute?
After crossing above the dam, the main line enters Wally Yard, the Keystone Midland's other major yard.
It's okay, I'm not moving for a little bit, so if you want to go by, go ahead. Don't apologize.
The branch line is the highest level on the railroad and is modeled a little closer to the 1920s than the 1950s. The branch is said to be worked by RDCs during operating sessions, though during my visit it was being worked by a steam-hauled wooden passenger train. One of the most visible elements of the branch line is a high bridge over the entrance to the center aisle. While it is a very high bridge by HO standards, 1-to-1 scale humans may find it necessary to duck underneath.
Now, do you have another one of these ideas? Is that what you go like this? Yeah, like another entry go like that.
I am going to get some new engines here shortly.
Magic. Doing too much. I was thinking about that. That's a good for your stuff to learn life into.
No two model railroads are alike, so it's difficult to get a proper apples-to-apples comparison between any two layouts. That being said, the Keystone Midland Railroad impressed me with just how much was packed into the space. My impression as a first-time visitor? The layout is well-designed, well-detailed, amazing in its control system, and a fine example of what can be done in this great hobby of ours. For more information about the Keystone Model Railroad Historical Society and for a schedule of their events including public visiting times, visit their website, www.keystonemidland.org.
Can you pay your attention?